Halloween is easily my favorite holiday. Whenever I strap on a hockey mask and wander around my neighborhood ringing doorbells with a meat cleaver in hand any other day of the year, I get chased down the street and shot at by homeowners until the police arrive, who then continue to chase me down the street and shoot at me. But when I go out and I do the exact same thing on Halloween night, people actually compliment me on how scary I look and give me all sorts of sweet and yummy treats. I used to love the morning after Halloween night because it was the only day of the year my parents let me eat a few pieces of candy for breakfast. The rest of the year, they insisted I eat several bowlfuls of milk-covered candy for breakfast every day, so long as it came in a box with a tiger, a captain, or a toucan on the cover. Part of a balanced breakfast, my ass. But I digress. This video isn't about how cereal companies manage to convince an entire country that it's perfectly healthy to eat several big bowls of sugar for breakfast every day. It's about Halloween-themed songs and other music associated with All Hallows Eve. Unlike Christmas music, which almost universally sucks, Halloween music is almost universally cool. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the best Halloween songs that rock year-round. Then I'll tell you about one particular song that sucks at least 364 days a year. At least. But before I get to that flop, let's jump to some Halloween songs that rock, pop, or maybe even hip-hop. Number 1, Halloween by the Misfits. Halloween is a time for horror movies, ghost stories, and other creepy shit. The Misfits are a band about horror movies, ghost stories, and other creepy shit, so they're the perfect band to kick off this list. On October 31st, 1981, these horror punk legends released a single that contained not one, but 2 songs called Halloween, although technically, one of them was called Halloween too. Unlike all other Misfits songs, which are about wholesome topics like collecting human skulls, eating brains, and going out to kill, only after getting mommy's permission, of course, in Halloween's lyrics, Danzig tries to recall the Halloweens of years past by repeating, "I remember Halloween," over and over again. Now, if there'd been a Halloween in my past, with dead cats and burning bodies hanging from poles all over the place, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have to try to remember, because that's not the type of thing I'd forget. But I guess since Danzig's got 20 eyes in his head, he probably sees a lot more weird shit than I do, making it easier to forget some of it. What I can't forget is how bad the song Halloween 2 sucks. There's a reason it's the single's B-side. You don't need 20 ears in your head to tell you how boring a slow song in a dead language is. Fortunately, besides Halloween 2 and maybe a couple other terrible songs like Mephisto Waltz, every Danzig-era Misfits song is Halloween-level horror punk the whole family can enjoy year-round. Number 2, Halloween by the Dead Kennedys. Everybody loves Dead Kennedys. Lots of people, myself included, also love the Dead Kennedys. This influential hardcore punk band is known for their signature sound and satirical, politically charged lyrics. The singer must really love Halloween because not only did he write a song about the holiday, the man himself is apparently one big sweet sugary treat because, believe it or not, he's made entirely out of Jell-O. Unlike other Dead Kennedys songs meant to be taken 100% literally, like Kill the Poor and Stealing People's Mail, activities the Dead Kennedys are clearly encouraging you to take part in, Halloween's lyrics are open to interpretation. One interpretation, which is that people dress up like a bunch of fucking clowns and wear costumes year-round, yet only admit it to themselves on Halloween. You know that terribly uncomfortable suit and tie you wear 5 days a week? Guess what? The monkey suit's no different than a Halloween costume. You look like a clown. A creatively constipated clown, because every single other dude in your office wears the exact same silly-ass costume to work every day. It takes precisely 0 balls to go out and get dressed up like a vampire or a werewolf on Halloween, just like it takes at most 0 balls to wear a suit to the office any other day of the year. That seems to be the point of the Dead Kennedys song Halloween. Like all good punk rock, this song takes the fun out of yet another seemingly innocent societal norm by showing you that Halloween isn't about creative costumes and capturing candy. It's about your candy ass being a conforming clown all year round. Number 3, Every Halloween by Insane Clown Posse. Speaking of clowns, ICP has a song called Every Halloween that was first released in 1998 as a limited edition single and later appeared on the album Forgotten Freshness Volume 3. This is by far the funniest song on the list. Violent J might be 68 years old, but that doesn't stop him from trick-or-treating all night long. Even at 5:30 in the morning, he's still out and about on the hunt for candy. Even if you don't like ICP, even if you think juggalos are all a bunch of fucking idiots, you have to respect the wicked clowns. Jello Biafra does. He even said so in an interview. I'm not surprised, since ICP is pretty much the antithesis of the conforming clowns he mentions in the Dead Kennedy song we just talked about. Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope are clowns, and they know it. They embrace it and wear face paint year-round. Whereas you're a clown who's afraid to face the fact that you're a foolish follower who feels feeling like a fucking freak. So, like most people, you only dress up on Halloween. But ICP aren't afraid to rock their face paint 365 days a year. They built their group, their label, and their fan base from the ground up all by themselves. ICP is 100% DIY, and whenever I hear Every Halloween, it makes me LOL. Number 4, Halloween by Aqua. This song's both fun and funny. I wouldn't expect anything less from the group that created the masterpiece Barbie Girl. Though Halloween is just as upbeat of a song and you can't help but bob your head to, its lyrics are much darker than the song about being a plastic bimbo. Although, if I'm being honest, I don't really know what they mean. Okay, it's Friday night, you're home alone, and you're scared. I'm with you so far. But what does Halloween have to do with anything? Actually, wait, back up. Did you say junior high? Why is a middle schooler home alone on a Friday night? Where the hell are your parents? And you mentioned dreams and nightmares several times. Is this a nightmare, or are you literally being chased around your house in the middle of the night? This song raises all sorts of questions. I'm just going to raise one. Who gives a shit what the lyrics mean? Halloween by Aqua is a fun song that makes you want to dance with the dead. Or, at the very least, bob your head. I hate to tell you, but you're living in denial. Denial of the fact that my brand new album, Denialism, just dropped on all streaming services and is even available as an actual physical CD. It's 12 tracks of raw, unapologetic chaos inspired by punk rock, metal, and all the other genres I'm always talking shit about. So if you enjoy loud music with fun, lighthearted themes like nihilism, class struggle, loneliness, and existential dread, Denialism is out now. So go stream, download, or buy. I don't care why. Maybe you like me and want to show your support. Maybe you think I suck and want to hear the album I spent a year producing entirely by myself, so you can go and relentlessly make fun of it. Either way, I don't care. Just go stream, download, or buy my new 100% DIY album, Denialism. Link in the description. Number 5, Halloween by Halloween. I can't not mention this 13-plus minute long power metal monster of a song. It's got everything you could possibly want in a power metal song about Halloween. Thunderous drums, melodic guitar solos, falsetto vocals, and dark lyrics. And the best part? The name of this German power metal band is Helloween. I can't help but wonder if the name was originally a typo. Since these guys are from Germany, maybe their English isn't so great and they meant to write Halloween but messed up a letter. I like to think so, since Halloween is a cheesy-ass name that sounds stupid 364 days a year. But I will admit, on Halloween, and only on Halloween, the name Helloween is hella cool. Helloween released Halloween on their 1987 album Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1. Hopefully someday they'll make a Halloween Part 2 and keep it under 7 minutes, cause, like everybody else, over the past few years my attention span has gone to hell. If only there was a shorter European metal song with falsetto vocals, booming drums, and lots of guitar shredding about Halloween I could listen to without having to dedicate an entire afternoon to it. Number 6, Halloween by King Diamond. Well, what do you know? The Danish heavy metal legend King Diamond released a song in 1986 called Halloween on his debut album, Fatal Portrait. Even though I thought his high-pitched singing was a joke when I first heard it in my early teens, King Diamond's falsetto vocals have grown on me over the years. Now, I'm a huge fan and have seen him several times. What I haven't seen is an explanation for how he can repeatedly hit those crazy high notes without being repeatedly hit in the balls. Unlike Aqua's song about Halloween, the lyrics to the King Diamond song leave little room for misinterpretation. You know it's not a dream because he says right in the song, Halloween, not just a dream. My simple-minded brain loves lyrics without long lines and that leave little to the imagination. The lyrics to Halloween by King Diamond are short and spooky, just the way I like them. In King Diamond's 4-minute song, I heard the word Halloween 13 times. In Halloween's 13-minute song, I counted 21 Halloweens. So King Diamond says Halloween about 3 times a minute, which is about twice as often as Halloween. Since King Diamond's song is easier to understand and only 1/3 the length, my ADHD ass likes it 3 times as much. I can follow the lyrics easily, starting with the very first line of the song, which is Every night to me is Halloween. Number 7, Every Day is Halloween by Ministry. Every night might be Halloween to King Diamond, but every day is Halloween to Al Jourgensen. Before Ministry became the industrial metal powerhouse they're currently known as, they made cheesy, dark-wave-ish synth-pop. And one of their cheesiest and most well-known synth-pop songs was called Every Day is Halloween. This song was released as a single in 1984, and again in 1987 on Ministry's album, 12-inch Singles. If you're familiar with Ministry's heavy, industrial sound from the 90s onward, You might expect 12-inch singles to sound like 9-inch nails, but it doesn't. Before Ministry went all beast mode, they kinda sounded like they borrowed a buttload from Depeche Mode, a group whose albums suck even worse than Reload. Like the Dead Kennedy song Halloween, the lyrics to Every Day is Halloween seem to be more about nonconformity than dressing up like a vampire and going door to door looking for candy. As a huge fan of albums like Psalm 69 and The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste, I'm not going to conform and be like other Ministry fans who pretend to like this song. It sucks, and so does everything else they put out before 1989. But there's one last Halloween song that sucks far worse and has sucked for far longer than the one Ministry released in 1984. It's a song that everybody knows, but nobody wants to hear from November 1st to October 30th. Number 8, Monster Mash by Bobby Pickett. Even though I just listed 7 much better Halloween theme songs, when most people hear the phrase Halloween music, one song pops into their head. Monster Mash by Bobby Boris Pickett. No other song even comes close to having such a strong link to the holiday, which is funny since Monster Mash's lyrics have absolutely nothing to do with Halloween. Now, I don't have a problem with the lyrics to Monster Mash. The song's about a mad professor creating a monster who comes to life and starts dancing. I'm sure any other scientist would have immediately called the press or fellow members of the scientific community to show off his creation. But that's not what this professor does. He says, "Fuck those assholes, I'm throwing a party." Next thing you know, the professor's at an all-night graveyard rave doing the Monster Mash with vampires, ghouls, and zombies. Even some celebrity monsters make an appearance like the Wolfman and even Dracula himself. This song came out in 1962 and reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 just 11 days before Halloween, where it would remain until November 3rd of that year. This solidified Monster Mash's association with the holiday, which is why every October, you hear it played repeatedly on every station, in every business, and just about everywhere else you go, even though the song doesn't mention Halloween once. I'm guessing one of the vampires at the grave rave bit the Monster Mash's neck because the song has seemed immortal ever since. For over 60 years, nothing has been able to kill this monster Halloween hit. Next time the mad professor throws a graveyard Halloween bash, I hope it's a party that Buffy the Vampire Slayer will crash. She can grab a steak from her stash and give it a thrash, leaving a big fat gash through the heart of the Monster Mash. In a flash, it'll turn to ash, and this stupid, cheesy, overplayed Halloween song can finally forever be thrown in the trash. And there you have it. 6 songs about Halloween that rock, one that pretty much sucks, and one that has nothing to do with Halloween and is absolutely awful. But I know there are lots of other songs either directly about or at least associated with Halloween. Tell me about the ones I missed in the comments. And please tell me you're not one of those assholes who start blasting Christmas music the day after Halloween every year. I'd rather be hearing the Monster Mash in early November than that shit. You know what? I think I'll make a monster mashup of the first 6 songs on this list, put my noise-canceling headphones in, and just blast it on repeat until January. That way there can be no tricks or treats. You can't trick me into listening to any of the awful holiday songs you like, and I don't have to pretend to treat you like I respect your taste in music.
You're so annoying.
If you want to hear some of my original music, my new album Denialism just dropped on all streaming services and is also available as an actual physical CD. Link in the description. If you like this shirt, it's available in lots of colors and sizes at MusicBSharp.com, along with lots of other funny music-related merch. Link also in the description. And if you want access to special episodes of MusicBSharp, visit my Patreon page where you can find exclusive content, get early access to regular videos, and more. Now, go listen to my new album Denialism on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever else you listen to music.